Hey guys, welcome back to 100 Days of Wicca. My name is Christopher and I'm going to just dive right into the deep end with one of the most commonly asked and most difficult to answer questions. What is Wicca? Now, because this entire channel is going to be dedicated to the Wiccan religion, and because it would take a lot more than one video to sum this answer up, today's video is going to cover some of the basics, which I will flesh out to help you try to understand this religion a little bit better. And then I'll go a little bit more in depth with some of the topics that I might have touched on in this video, or maybe even some topics that I left out, and I'll get to those in future episodes. That way you're still getting all of the information, but instead of getting it all at once and forgetting all of it, you have an opportunity to search for it as you need it, and maybe retain more of the information, which will help you learn faster. And before I start, just a quick little disclaimer. There are a lot of faiths in the world, and I consider all of them to be valid. Nothing that I will say in this or in any of my other videos has the intention of insulting anybody who's watching or the faith that they believe in. If something like that does happen and you feel offended by something that I say, please know it was not my intention, and I hope that you just enjoy the information that I give you and that it helps you along your journey. And secondly, there are an uncountable amount of ways that people can practice the Wiccan faith. It is a very personal religion, so what I'm going to be telling you is just the information that has been made available to me in my time as a Wiccan, and it is in no way the only way to practice this faith. As I said, it is a very personal path. Everybody experiences the Wiccan religion in a slightly different way. If there's something that I say that maybe you don't agree with, if you are already a Wiccan, that's totally understandable. That's probably going to happen at some point. I just ask that you respect the experience that I've had as a Wiccan and hopefully join in the conversation in the comments and we can learn from each other. But if you are new to this path, please know that mine is not the only way to practice this religion, and I deeply encourage you and urge you to research on your own as well as watch these videos so that you can find the perfect path for you. And with all of that being said, let's talk about Wicca. Wicca is a nature-based neo-pagan religion, and we focus, observe, and celebrate the natural cycles of life, things like the 4 seasons and the lunar cycle and the life cycle. We celebrate, understand, and learn from all of those. And we try to work with, rather than against, the natural elements of the world, being earth, air, fire, and water, and the 5th element, spirit or soul or energy, which holds all of those elements together. And because Wicca is a witchcraft religion, we use those energies in all of the things around us to try to create positive and powerful changes in the world around us, trying to make everything just slightly better all of the time. And our goal is only ever positivity with the least amount of damage possible. And we don't really have like a large book of rules, things like the Bible. We don't have that, but we do have a fairly lengthy poem which is called the Wiccan Rede, which is summed up in the last 8 words of the Rede, and it is, "And it harm none, do what ye will," which basically means whatever you want in life, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to achieve or receive, as long as it's not going to hurt anybody, go ahead and do it. We recognize the validity in every religion and the gods and goddesses that reign over each one. Most Wiccans do believe in a god and goddess form, which are sort of the supreme masculine and feminine energies. And then all other gods and goddesses from every other faith or denomination are aspects of those energies. Zeus or Hecate, those are aspects of the larger masculine and feminine divine energy. Think of them kind of like puzzle pieces. They're parts of a grand picture. And when we work with magic, we often call on specific aspects of the god and goddess to help us achieve whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. For example, if we're working on magic to increase our confidence, we may call on Freya, who's a Norse goddess, or Aphrodite, who's a Greek goddess. We may call on them because of what they represent. And that means, yes, we do practice magic, but we don't practice supernatural magic. The Wiccan religion is nothing like Hollywood often shows us. It is a very calm and peaceful, yet very powerful type of magic. For most Wiccans, it starts off with things like basic meditation and minimal energy work and grounding, and it kind of evolves from there and turns into energy manipulation, and we get to the place where we start seeing amazing results after quite intense effort, casting spells and creating potions and all of those things. They do take a lot of energy out of you, so when we do it for a very specific reason, and we do them on very specific days. Things like the full moon, the new moon, the Wiccan holidays, of which they are 8, and we'll talk about the Wheel of the Year in another video. But there are very specific times that Wiccans will not necessarily do magic, but work with energy, and we try to make sure that we are always growing and learning and practicing our skills, which is why we say we practice witchcraft instead of just do witchcraft, because we're always growing and learning and developing new skills and new techniques and new information. And because we don't have a large book of information, we have to learn by experience and then pass down that knowledge to the next generation. So that's just a quick little brief overview about what Wicca is. It is a nature-based polytheistic religion that is based in energy work and nature celebration, and it is a very powerful, very calming religion that I am excited to teach you more about. But I'm going to leave that there for today. Now, for the schedule that you guys are going to see, we will have a new video on the full moon, the new moon, and 1 week before every Wiccan holiday for the rest of the year. I hope you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am. If you liked this video and if you are excited for the next one, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That will help out so much. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And until next time, blessed be.